All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect, pushing his truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, in this particular video, it's just going to be a righteous rant because I'm on a plantation. I want to touch on the famine of the word. All right, every day, as days go by, Esau's continually working towards his goal, which is to take the birthright back and to fight the Lord. All right. And in his mind, he's going to beat the Lord and take his birthright back by force and navigate the stars as the new God of the universe. This is what he thinks. But nonetheless, he still has his goal in mind. So when you see things like this, National Assembly passes bill. Now, this is South Africa right here. But Esau likes to have other nations use other nations as testing ground before they come to America. But as you see, it says National Assembly passes bill to criminalize hate crimes and hate speech. All right. So when you see things like this, just realize that Esau's still rolling towards his goal, which is to take the birthright back by force. He has a new world order agenda. All right. So this really is to bring forth the family of the word. All right. Esau never lost sight of his goal. All right. So brothers and sisters, when you see things like this come to pass, always think prophecy. Prophecy, prophecy, prophecy. All right. So for new brothers and sisters, Amos 8 and 11. It's a righteous rant. I'm about to have to get on the road in a second. But I'm going to play the video in a second. But Amos 8 and 11. Isaiah 24:9, family of the word scriptures. Matthew 25, 1 to like 11, I believe. If some more hit my mind, I'll say them. But with no further ado, let's play this video and let's end it.
The National Assembly has passed a bill criminalizing hate crimes and hate speech 5 years after it was introduced. There's been mixed reaction to the bill, with some opposition parties arguing it could actually limit freedom of speech. The Justice Department argues the bill ought to prevent these incidents from occurring across the country.
See, that's what it is. Okay. Hate speech, anything can be labeled as hate speech. All right. And Esau knows that. He's trying to put a bill towards hate speech because he wants to combat the truth, because he knows the truth talks about people being a mo, the penalty for being a mo, the penalty for playing the harlot. All right. And you out here committing adultery, the penalty for committing adultery. All right. You know, the scriptures talk about the law, statutes, and commandments. Talks about love, talks about hate. So Esau created something called hate speech. You know, let's combat hate speech and cyberbullying. This is nothing but code words for the family of the word. All right. This is code words to combat the truth. All right. So when they say, oh, this hate speech, some say it may have, put like a dampening or a hindrance to freedom of speech. That's exactly what it's doing. But they're just trying to make it seem like, well, people are radical. Well, see, them Hebrew Israelites, they out there talking all that hate, and then somebody went and grabbed a gun and killed some people. All right? So we got to stop hate speech. This is how Esau trying to spin this shit.
More on this, we join in the studio.
But we see you, we got you. We know what you up to.
Our Justice Ministry spokesperson, Crispin Perry. Crispin, thank you so much for joining us. So it's not quite law yet because the president still has to sign it off, but it's very nearly there. Currently, hate speech is, and you'll correct me if my definition is not quite there, it's a clear sign that you are intending to do harm or inciting to violence by what?
Hate speech. But let's hear that shit again, man. Speech. If they're not trying to incriminate somebody, us, this is straight incriminating language that they're using, man.
And you'll correct me if my definition is not quite there. It's a clear sign that you are intending to do harm.
A clear sign that you're intending to do harm.
Or inciting to violence.
or inciting to violence, basically trying to cause somebody else to do harm to other people. So when they say that we are using hate speech, when your videos got taken down for hate speech, when they're going to label us as people that speak hate, nothing but hate, what we're doing to them, what they're trying to label us as, is people that's about to do harm and or exciting somebody to do harm, inciting somebody to do harm. So trying to get somebody else to go do something. No. All right? It says that the weapons of all warfare are not carnal. All right? We're waiting for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to rise up to the prey. All right? His eyes up on the wicked kingdom, man. And he's going to rise up to the prey. We're not going to try to take glory from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's how you get your ass cracked. That's how you get fucked up out here. Like the Black Panthers, like the Nation of Islam, like Marcus Garvey and all them. All right? Who else? All right? It really don't matter who came down the pipeline. They failed. All right? So learn that history and learn from it. We waiting for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to rise up to the prey. So, Mr. Esau, you failed. Already. Strike one.
By what you say. Talk to me about the existing laws and how hate speech and how hate crimes are prosecuted and how things are going to change when this law is signed off by the president.
So currently, hate crimes in particular are not prosecuted because it's difficult to show specific intent that a crime was committed because someone is homophobic or because someone is racist. So there isn't that legal framework, and that's what this corrects. So now under this new law, if someone commits a crime and we're able to show that this crime is specifically motivated by hatred for a particular race or a particular group or religion, as the case may be, or any of the limited groups that you're not allowed to discriminate against, then one may be prosecuted for a hate crime.
Would it then, so let's say there's a murder and one is able to prove under this law that it was motivated by homophobia.
Yes.
Would that then add an extra penalty on top of the murder
yes,
punishment?
It would be a further consideration.
Okay.
Don't
forget inciting also. So let's say if somebody went out there, agent provocateur, somebody that was hired by the government, which this is most likely what Esau about to do. So hire some fucking heathen out there and tell the heathen to do something, or hire Jake to go do some shit, and then claim to be a Hebrew Israelite, and then claim to listen to GMS, Great Millstone. So then turn around. So then they'll be like, well, GMS is inciting hate, and we got to stop them. Why? Because people are dying out here because of the things that they're saying. Boom. That's an avenue to criminalize us, to make it seem like we're just out here trying to tell people to kill white people and to kill other nations and shit. No, see, this is an avenue, man. You see that?
Incarcerating the individual or in ensuring whatever penalty that they're due. When it comes to hate speech, what was currently operational was the crime of crimen injuria, and that's Latin for injuring someone's dignity. So the likes of Penny Sparrow,